Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can, just to get out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. The Boston Celtics beat the Philadelphia 76ers 117-99 about 2 nights ago. I was watching this game back, and the Celtics really took advantage of the 76ers not having Joel Embiid, and even though they do this against every team in the NBA, the mismatch hunting was super prevalent, and it was pretty effective, so let's get into the film. Alright, let's go. If you're new, welcome. If you're coming back, make sure you take your shoes off before you come in the house. And some of this stuff is the Celtics running certain actions to cause a switch and force the 76ers to switch. And some of this is just how Nick Nurse decided to play this game. So here, the Celtics run a dribble handoff with Derek White, and Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre just switch. This is what they just happened to do on this possession, and that is not a good matchup for the 76ers. Tatum does a half spin, and he gets a layup. All right, so here we go with the next play. They're going to enter it into Porzingis on Paul Reed, and here, Tatum is going to set this flare screen, but the purpose of this is not to screen. The purpose of this is to get Maxey on Tatum. Tatum is going to lock Maxey up. He's just going to lock him up, and then he wants it. He gets the ball here, he backs him down, and of course, having Tatum on Tyrese Maxey, that's going to attract a lot of defenders. Paul Reed has turned his back on Kristaps Porzingis. Tobias Harris is coming over off of Jaylen Brown in the corner. Tatum passes it, but Brown just didn't hit this shot. All right, so here we are on this next one. I think this one is also a forced switch, right? Because they set the pick with Porzingis, and White does a great job of using his drag dribble to get switches, right? So he uses the screen, he rejects it, he drags it all the way down, and you see Paul Reed, he says, he's coming down a little bit too far. Switch it, Kelly. You see his hand right there, right? So they switch it, and as soon as Kelly comes out on him, and he does it kind of lazily, like he turns around, and as soon as Porzingis sees that, he goes, they pass it in, and he gets the foul. All right, so here we go again. They're going to enter into Tatum, and it's just another simple pick and roll. But watch how the Celtics are setting these screens, right? It's not a traditional screen where you're like holding your hands together. They're trying to get, look, he has two hands on him, and he's trying to carry him with him so they can get the switch. He gets in the post, does a spin move, and gets the bucket. All right, now this is one of my favorite things that the Celtics are doing this season. In transition, if they see a smaller guy that is on the last line of defense, they're going straight to the post, and they're trying to get a bucket off that. So as you see here, right, we have an action, they have the pick and roll. Al Horford blocks the three. And the first thing he's doing, he's sprinting, right? He's sprinting. And you see the last person back is DeAnthony Milton, who is, of course, a small, right? They're trying to get the ball to Al Horford. Al Horford seals him. Tatum throws it over, and Al Horford gets the bucket. Here we go again with the same thing. Kyle Lowry on this possession is at the back. He's the back line of defense, right? So what does Jaylen Brown do? He runs right towards Kyle Lowry, puts his butt on him, he seals him, and he finishes with the lefty hook. And like I said in the beginning, some of this was just Nick Nurse's plan. There was no fighting over the screen. This just looks like this is what Nick Nurse wanted the 76ers to do. So as you see here, they set the screen. Tobias isn't fighting this at all. He just lets it happen, and then the way that Tyrese comes out is like, okay, he knows he's switching. He tries to put his chest on Tatum. Tatum's too strong for that. He drives in and he gets a foul. All right, so this time the Celtics are in horns action, and they were going to go to their horns flare action. So Jaylen was going to set this screen and then come off this flare action off of Porzingis, right? But Maxey and Batum both go with Derek White. So he drags this out, draws three defenders, right? And now you have a 2-on-1 with Jalen Porzingis against Mo Bamba, right? So he passes it to Jalen. Now he just has a mismatch on Mo Bamba, and he takes advantage of it. All right, so here we are again in semi-transition off the miss. And the first couple of times, the bigger Celtic player would just go right to the paint and post up whoever, right? This time, once they get the cross match, right, as you see here, it's Al Horford on Tyrese Maxey, right? So it's right here. And just watch the recognition from Tatum and watch what he does this entire play, right? So he sees that Tyrese is on Al Horford. He's like, wait, no, Al gets to the block, right? And this whole possession, he's pointing. Just watch Tatum this entire time. He's pointing, and now Horford gets the bucket on Maxey. And this last one was a big highlight. It was a dagger dunk of the night. You see campaign on Derek White to start. And again, this is just how Nick Nurse was playing the majority of the game. Not a recipe for success, especially without Joel Embiid. And we seen even in the playoffs, even with Joel Embiid in Game 7, Tatum was just getting most of his points on the pick and rolls, and They were switching Embiid on Tatum, and he got hot from three, and that's how we came away with that Game 7 win. And right here, he gets campaigned on an island, drives right past him, and dunks it through. But that is the video. If you enjoyed it, please again leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just swing it out there a little bit more. But I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Nick. Peace.